What is up, guys? This is it. This is the end. All right. It is Monday, October 11th. Now, there wasn't a video last week. This is going to be the final video this week. Why? Well, I was going to make this long race week vlog. Too much editing. You know what? No one's really... I'm over this series. I'm sure most of you are. So I figured let me just do a recap and I can just overlay some stuff. So, all right. I'm just going to recap everything from Wednesday going into the race on. And I'm going to try to sum it up as quick as possible. Wednesday was the final... Hold on, you know what? Let me get my Garmin. All right. Wednesday going into the race on the 29th of September was the final run workout of the day. 2.5 miles at a 9:36 pace, just kind of keeping my legs fresh. I felt good. I was feeling really good going in with Monday's run. Going into that, you know, doing like 3.5, and then Wednesday doing that workout. Wednesday was shoulders and arms. I lifted heavy, but not too heavy. Obviously, you still got to do the reps. It's P90X. So I'm doing P90X. If you've done it, you know all about it. If you haven't done it, you probably should. If you're trying to get in shape, P90X is always is a great way to get into that. I don't know what about that workout. Maybe it's the quick pace all the time. You know, you're just constantly lifting and moving weight, not heavy weight, but you're just moving weight that just gets your body burning and functioning. I mean, it's cardio, but you're using it's almost like a cardio pace, but you're still using weights. Then you got your cardio days, and it's just insane. Like, I'm down 7 pounds in 2 weeks from P90X. But anyway, back to the thing. So yeah, Wednesday was my last day. I did shoulders and arms. I felt good. I moved legs to Thursday because I wanted to hit legs. I didn't go heavy with weights. I didn't want my legs to be super sore going into Saturday. Friday I did some light cardio just to kind of keep myself fresh. And then Saturday was a driving day. It was a total rest day. I really didn't do much. I tried to stay as calm as possible. I had my buddy Jenny with me on the drive, and I left here at 6 a.m. to go to Nashville. It rained off and on getting there. No big deal. You know, I kept my nutrition kind of on point, as best as on point as I could. I had a McDonald's sausage, egg and cheese biscuit, and a hash brown in the morning, but that was basically it until like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So from like 7 to 4, I was just fasting, you know, just nothing really to pick on. I had a protein bar. We stopped for gas, had a protein bar and a protein shake. And then kept on going. Got to Nashville probably around 2:30, 3 o'clock. No, had to be closer to 1. Like, yeah, closer to 1 o'clock I got to Nashville. Got to the hotel, checked in, you know, was just kind of chilling. Took a nap for an hour. Decided I was going to go have some lunch. Went to Subway, had a buffalo chicken sandwich. Foot long on whatever bread. I don't remember what bread it was. Probably flatbread, or you know, maybe they're Italian. I don't remember. Anyway, decided to do packet pickup on Saturday instead of waiting till race morning, which was fine. It was real quick. I was staying 4 minutes from the race, and then we went downtown to Broadway. We went downtown Nashville to Broadway. Helped them film a couple TikToks. We had a friend come meet us. We hung out at Jason Aldean's for basically the night, and then until about 10:30 or so. Then we came back to the room. I went to bed, hydrated, and that was that. So the day before, the days leading up to it were as uneventful as it gets. Race morning, you know, everything felt good. I was foam rolling. I was hydrating. Breakfast, 2 bagels, one with a little bit of peanut butter on it, a protein shake. I was feeling good. I got my morning constitutional, if you're, you know. So I did all that. I was feeling good, you know, hydrating. I had 2 bottles of water, 2 20-ounce bottles of water, so 40 ounces going in. Got to the race site, had my pre-workout with a little bit more water. About 20 minutes before the run. Dude, let me tell you about runners. And there were some runners there. Like, warmed up in running shoes and swapped out for more running shoes. So I kind of felt like I was kind of weird. I was talking to some people before the race, and they were like, you know, trying to help me out, you know, just describe the course a little bit. But up until about 7:15, I felt good. 7:15 we start, getting to the race thing, and they're telling me, it's rolling hills. I'm like, all right, well, I got rolling hills by me. I don't have rolling hills by me. I have like gradual, like baby rollers. These shits were rolling. So 7:30, gun goes off, everybody goes. Now there's 2 races happening at the same time, the half and the full marathon. Basically you run the same course, so about 6 miles, and then they split. The half marathon does a quick, down and back for a turnaround, and then marathoners just got to keep on going because we're only a quarter of the way there at that point. So we're going, and I'm like in my head trying to keep a steady pace. Like I don't want to go too fast. I don't want to go too slow. So I'm like between 9:30 and 10 is where my target was, and I was hitting it. If I look at the marathon stats, I'm not gonna put all the laps on, but in the beginning, I was hitting 9:35, 9:53, 9:51, 10, because again hills, 9:44, 9:55, 10:52. That was a big hill. So the first little bit I was keeping my pace. I was just going. I was getting passed by every single body. Right, I felt like I was last place at one point. But it was a great run. But initially, when you go get in the course, like the first thing you do, you get on the running trail and go downhill. So it's like there's downhill. You're running on bridges, like little wooden running bridges and stuff like that. It was really great scenery. You're in the woods, running along a couple rivers. Great course. Love the course. But you're going up and down, and like the elevation changes were what would to them seem gradual. But to me, someone who doesn't really have hills to run on, they were like, holy shit. Mile 6, a little after mile 6, we hit this one hill. It was a quarter mile long. And I looked at the stats. I know it was a quarter mile long, over 100 feet of elevation. So in a quarter mile, in like just under 1,200 feet of distance, you're going up 100. So it was like there were people walking up that hill, and my dumbass decided, let's run this hill. So I'm running up the hill. I did stop at the top to catch my breath a little bit. A couple seconds I was walking, and then I kept on going, running through golf courses and frisbee golf courses and all this other fun stuff. And I got no video footage because I didn't bring the GoPro. Got to mile 11, stopped at an aid station to grab, pound a couple Gatorades, some water. I was feeling really good with that plan. I had my goos with me. I had most of these. I had like 7 or 8 of these. Obviously, I didn't eat them all. Somewhere around mile 12, it started to rain. Mile 12 was, I was like, oh, this is great. It started a little drizzle. 30 minutes later, not even 30 minutes later, it just opened up and just dumped rain on us, right? So it was pouring, thunder, lightning, pouring for a good 40 minutes. And, I was like, I'm at this point, I had to take a break to walk. Kept on going, found a couple runners, so I ended up running with this other dude from like mile 13 or 12 or 13 or so until about mile 25, and it was just, you're running on the trail and you're running through mini lakes and ponds, and they were like 2 inches deep from all the rainwater flooding, and it was uncomfortable at best to say, hey, let's run through. I should have swam the course. But yeah, so we're getting lost through the woods. It's like a Twilight Zone vortex, the way I'm seeing like the same runners over and over again. I didn't realize there were like loop arounds and stuff. But yeah, so we got out of that, and then of course we hit the back half of the course, the last 10 or last half marathon, which is the hilly section. So the way it was set up was like the first 12 miles was hills, the last 12 miles was hills, and the few miles in there in between it wasn't 12 miles, it had to be like 10 or 11. Either it was like a 10K where it was like, so 6 miles, 10 miles, and 10 miles. It was just like, so we're going back to the hills. The calves, around 13 miles, the calves started getting tight. Around 15 or 16 miles, the knee started to hurt. Then the hamstrings were getting tight. I had the energy, I just didn't have the tightness. I just couldn't move my legs fast enough. So we were, all right, let's do some run walks. So we'd start running the flats and the downhills and then walk the uphills. And then it became to, let's just run to the downhill And then it was, all right, we're just going to run as long as we can before we're in pain. And then we stop because we're going at the uphill section. We're like more uphill than down. At 25, he said he's going to keep on. He's just going to go ahead. I was like, dude, please, man. Don't let me hold you back. And I just kept on running. I didn't see a runner. Once he left me, I didn't see another runner at all. I went like 3 miles without seeing another runner. And I wasn't last, but I didn't see another runner. He finished, and it was a struggle for me to keep going. But I kept going. I mean, at mile 20, I wanted to puke. You know, at 23, my quad started to cramp a little bit. I mean, it was, the sun was out, and the heat and the humidity were kicking up. But I did it. I ended up crossing the line. The time was atrocious compared to what I wanted, what my initial target for this series was, and then what I wanted to do. In the end, I just wanted to finish and cross the line and say, all right, we can do another one. I got 5 hours, 40 minutes flat. It was not my target, not my goal, not in the realm of what I wanted, but I did it. You know, I finished the race, and that's basically all you can ask for. You know, I crossed the line. I was jogging the last like 10th of a mile to get through the line. I got my water, my Gatorade, a Coke, got to my truck, started drinking a little bit, and then it was journey home. So I found a Anytime Fitness, showered real quick, and got on the road and went home. My stomach was not feeling good post-race. I couldn't eat a lot of food, so I had a chicken sandwich. I didn't even eat the fries from Wendy's. I knew I was dehydrated. I knew I needed foods. I had those candy corn pumpkins. I probably had about 4 servings of those, so about 16 to 20 pumpkins, and then I couldn't even finish the rest. Stopped for a bag of chips and a Diet Pepsi because I just needed the carbonation. I probably should have had a full-on Pepsi, but I didn't. And then that was it until I got home when I had a half pizza. But yeah, I waited a week to record this. You know, I've just been doing P90X since. I haven't run. I have no desire to run. Not right now anyway. But yeah, so that was my marathon. I mean, you can see where my laps started getting shit. You know, if I'm looking on it, I'll link my Garmin to data in the comments below. But yeah, mile 12 was 11 was 12 minutes, 12 was 12:28, then 11:59, 11:10, then 15:21, 13:24, 12, 12, 18, 13, 18, 16, 14, 16, 17, 16. So I was not moving fast at any stretch of the imagination. Will I do this race again is probably the most asked question I've gotten in the last week. Yes, I will do a marathon again. Yes, if the opportunity arose and the timing fit my schedule, I would do that race again. It was very, very decent race. Not exactly super well supported. There wasn't a lot of crowd engagement. You know, a lot of times you are off the running path and it's just, you're by yourself. It's like you went on a Saturday ride or a Saturday run and just through the trees. But the path was a running path, a walker's path, whatever. There was no vehicle traffic at all. I couldn't do it. It was very scenic. You know, I did really enjoy the course. So would I do it again? Hell yeah. Am I gonna do it again anytime soon? No. Next year I've already got a race in September that I'm doing. So an October marathon a week after the September race is not happening. But yeah, I'll definitely keep this one on the back burner. How do my legs feel? They feel great 3 days later. Monday they were tired. I didn't do anything leg focused until Thursday. I think I did some kind of cardio where I used my legs. And then Friday I did legs. So by Friday they were feeling pretty solid. And then Saturday I did plyo. So I mean I'm feeling really good. My legs are basically fully recovered. I'm going to say they're fully recovered. I haven't lost any toenails, which is odd. And yeah, that's where I'm at. So now we're going to so what's next? Real quick going up. I'm not going to put out a vlog for a couple weeks as I get ready for the next transition. I'm taking the next 2 weeks where I'm only doing P90X. And on cardio days, I'll probably swap out cardio. But I'm not doing doubles. I'm not doing running. My shoes are going to stay over there on the shelf collecting dust. Same thing with my heart rate strap and all my other running gear. They're all just going to sit where they're at right now collecting dust. I'm going to do a couple more weeks of P90X by itself. Then we'll see. We're going to get into the next series. Next series, we start Ironman training again. So the chase for Kona is on. And remember, my first race back is the Ironman St. George, which is now the Ironman World Championship 2021. So I get the World Championship treatment on my first race back. But that's going to be a really good series, hopefully. I'm making preparations now. But yeah, that's next. So I'm going to take a couple weeks where you're not going to see a video from me. Not like anybody's going to miss me. But then I'm going to go into the Ironman stuff. And that is that. And for the vlog, here is the medal Greenway Marathon. Like I said, very good race. Google it if you're a runner. You want to run a marathon, a small, I mean, it's $40 to register. Small, scenic marathon to run. Go for it. They're very low crowd. I think only 50 people raced. There was 5 people in my age group. I beat one of them. I placed 4th in my age group. This is the tech shirt we got. You guys probably saw this from last year or last week or when I got it because it's so bright. But yeah, so that is that. And I can happily say that this is a wrap on the marathon. We start the chase in a couple weeks. So thanks for following. I appreciate you. I look forward to seeing you join me in the next series. Peace out.